Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yaza, and today I'm gonna using my previous slide. It's about the hierarchy principle, something you need to know to make a design. So it is a visual hierarchy. So we're focusing on the visual hierarchy this time. Actually, because we learned about design in our device, so it's basically we were making a digital product, so it's called a visual hierarchy, I guess, I don't know. So visual hierarchy is a method of organizing design element in order of importance. In other words, it is a set of principles that influence the rules by which we pay attention to what we see. Utilizing certain hierarchical principle can help even non-designer create efficient and effective, successful visual presentation. So, the hierarchy principle. First, we have our first candidate. It is size and scale. So, as you can see in the before picture and after picture, there's some difference, and there's a description under here. This is the description says that this makes it possible to create balance in the design as well as focus the audience on the more dominant elements. So, as we can see in the before picture, we can see that the whale and the human are in the same scale, but in the after picture, the whale is bigger than the human, as it is worse. So it just looks more natural, you know. A whale, they has to be bigger. They have to be bigger than a human, like the real ones. And this is not real. And then this is more, you know, this more makes sense. And then in this case, it means the whale is more dominant, I guess. Yeah, because if you want to make your, if you want to make an element more dominant, you either have to make the difference between your dominant element and then your secondary element. Like this. This is the dominant one, and this is the secondary one. Okay. Continue. Color and contrast. And the description says that the choice of color can really influence the audience to capture the main message. That is the highlight in the design. If you see the before picture, you can see there's there's no difference in this picture except the people, except the person in the center. But you cannot really see it because there's no significant difference that the before picture have, but the after picture has this more significant difference by adding more contrast to the person here. You can see that there's the difference between this person and the other person. Get it? So there's like the difference between it. So yeah, it's about the dominant picture. If you want to show something that there's there's differences between the picture or the components or the items in the frame, you have to make some difference. It is which you can play with the contrast or size or everything. And the next is typographics. You are using different type of sizes, not only emphasize what is most important, but also progress the whole design. So before picture, you will see there's nothing different in the name card. There's nothing that you want to show in the name card. But at the after design, you will see that the name is dominating the description, right? So it means that the name card, the name card shows you your name, shows your name first, and after the people sees your name, they can see your website and then your uh, mobile phone and then everything. So yeah, this is the typographic hierarchy you have. So like what I say, if you want to make something that has some information that you wanna, that you wanna tell, you have to play with the size. You have to play with the colors. You have to play with the contrast. Uh, this also matters. And then next, spacing. This is the before, this is the after. So aesthetically pleasing design, guarantee space for grading space, often referred to as white space. So if you see the first picture, so this is the before picture, this is the after picture. So the differences between both picture is, if you see this first picture, there's no there's no gap between the moon and the person, so that you will think that this design is too messy. It is my opinion actually. So, but if you see the after picture, it seems like it more tidy. No, what's the word? You will see it is more organized. There's the space. There is some space between these two picture, and then there's some like stars between them, something like that. So I think this is about spacing and then how to make the picture more organizable, I guess. Next, negative spaces. So this is the before, this is the after. Not only does it make information easier to understand, also creates focus because it helps focus attention on individual items. If you see this both picture, it's actually the same picture, but the before picture has this picture, but in separate items. So there's the heart, there's the two hands, and everything. But in after, because we found there's some space that you can combine to each other, so you can put some creativity and then put this hand together with this and then heart. Yeah, it makes the same meanings, but it makes you easier to understand. Like if you see the before picture, you have to see this hands first, and then this hands first, and then this heart. So you have to see different items separately. But if you use if you manage to use the negative spaces, you can make something like this, and then make the person that sees your design understand about what this picture means without seeing two separate items. So I think basically like that. So as you can see, I have more things about the hierarchy principle that I cannot tell you one by one. So I think that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay.